Welcome back on the. I think we had different teachers. Welcome back on the Good Morning Artesia radio show. And coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend, Saturday the 24th, will be a pet adopt-a-thon with Paws and Claws, and Wags and Whiskers is helping out. And in studio we have with us from Paws and Claws, Sara Langenegger.
Yes,
did I get it right?
You did, absolutely.
You know, I met your husband the other day, or saw him the other day, and I had not put two and two together. I apologize.
Oh, hey, don't worry about it. He doesn't claim me that often.
And I said, well, I have her number somewhere, and I couldn't find the note, so he gave me the note. And then about 10 minutes later, I sat down.
Did he have my number?
He had to think about it for a minute. That's true. And but I sat down at my desk and I was shuffling some papers around, and out popped the note that had your name and number
Perfect.
on it. So
Awesome.
So it worked.
Well, thanks for having us this morning.
Now it's in my phone, so
we're connected.
We can't live without these things.
That's how he doesn't know my number. I'm just in there under, I don't even know. It might be wife or pain in the ass. I'm not too sure.
No, it's wife.
That a boy, Cole.
Because he pulled it up and he said, here.
He's a man of few words.
Which most people probably appreciate. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
They probably wish I was the same way. Let's see, and Sara, not you're Sara, Preslie Fugate.
Yes.
From Wags and Whiskers is here, and then Martin Duran, and you work at the shelter, at Paws and Claws shelter here in town. Okay, I'm gonna have you get a little. There you go. I appreciate that. So, Sara, you're the vice president of Paws and Claws.
Yes, I am. I am the vice president of Paws and Claws.
Mm-hmm.
I've been with the organization. I was voluntold about 12 years ago that I was a board member, and it's one of the best things ever. So I have been involved with them for 12 years now. I've been the vice president. I think this is my second rotation as vice president, so for about the past 5 years. Okay. So really excited to be involved with Paws and Claws and our mission. Martin works for Paws and Claws at the Artesia Animal Shelter. Of course, the Artesia Animal Shelter is owned by the city of Artesia, and Paws and Claws is contracted to run that. In addition to running the shelter, we also have our own rescue mission that we embark on, and we have Second Chances Thrift Store. They're located on South 1st Street, and everything past overhead goes towards our rescue missions. So they help us to be able to rescue quite a few animals. I think we're up to 171 rescued dogs this year so far through September. So we're doing pretty good as far as that is concerned, and just keep on going.
Well, I know the shelter that the city built was a long time coming, because for many years there wasn't anything even close to that type
right,
of
and it is a beautiful facility, and we would really like to thank the city for doing that. How many dogs can we hold there, Martin?
I believe in our general room we can hold up to 40.
Okay.
I mean, if we have doubles, we can double up if they're siblings. And then our ISO room is 4 kennels, just to isolate any injuries or
and then we have a cat room as well. So we do dogs and cats there at the shelter.
Okay.
At the adopt-a-thon, we will only have canines. It might get a little bit sketchy if we involve a lot of cats. But we will have our listing of available cats at the event as well, in case anybody comes and they do want to adopt a feline. We will have that list and some pictures available so that they can see those guys. But we didn't want to have to involve emergency wound care or anything like that at the adopt-a-thon.
That's true. What is the for the center when a dog shows up or a cat shows up at the shelter? What is the process that Paws and Claws goes through to get those pets either back home or adopted out? Or
so if an animal comes in, of course our shelter employees, the first thing that they do is scan that animal for a microchip. If that animal has been microchipped, and we do encourage everybody to get their animals microchipped, you can do that at any time at the shelter. Take in your pet, $15 later they're microchipped and they have a way to get back home to you. But that animal is scanned. They do make sure that that animal doesn't have any injuries. If that animal is infested, with fleas or ticks, it is properly handled and addressed at that time. And then we hold that animal for 72 hours. That allows us to post them to Facebook and to other sites. to kind of let people know that this animal was found and we'd like to find his family. After the 72 hours, if that animal is unclaimed, then these guys really start looking for a rescue for that animal. We have a network of rescues that we work with. They take a lot of pictures. They kind of get us some testing and some temperament information on that animal. Of course, it's available for adoption locally, but they start with the rescue right away, just in case we're not able to get that animal adopted. The less time that animal spends in the shelter, the better. No matter what, these guys do a fabulous job with the shelter, but that is still a very stressful environment for your pet to be in, and it doesn't give a true indication of that animal's temperament in that area. But these guys do a wonderful, wonderful job. We really want to give our shelter employees a huge, huge round of applause. These guys, man, they work their butts off. And we've got Martin, Candace, and Tony. There's our shelter employees for Paws and Claws. And Sherry Bailey is acting as our shelter manager for Paws and Claws. And again, we are contracted with the city of Artesia to run the shelter. They have a city representative at the shelter as well. But we do all of the day-to-day tasks, and then we do all of the rescue stuff as well.
Okay. So having the Adopt-a-thon is just maybe people don't want to go to the shelter, or they don't know where the shelter is.
Absolutely.
For those that don't know, you go out to the public safety complex, just go past the public safety complex and hang on north.
Yes, sir.
Or hang a right.
We're right up on the hill.
And right up on the hill there behind the helipad and all that.
And we're working, I actually sent a message to the mayor this morning trying to get some signage out there, animal shelter this way or something to that, because we do have so many people that don't even know we have an animal shelter here in Artesia. And it's a beautiful facility, and it's ran very, very well on both parties. So we'd really like to get more people out there.
That's right. And so we may, I think we ought to do maybe once a month, you actually bring a pet with you, and
we'd love to do that.
Got the cameras here, and
absolutely
have some fun with that. So the Adopt-a-thon is going to be on the 24th, which is not this Saturday but next Saturday.
Right.
And it'll be Sarah, why don't you kind of tell us a little bit about where the Adopt-a-thon is going to take place and what will be going on with all of that?
I'm going to hand this over to Preslie. She owns Wags and Whiskers along with her husband, Aaron.
I got it mixed up.
Yeah.
And they are huge supporters of Paws and Claws. We really, really appreciate them.
So we are located in the Abo Shopping Center, right next to Dollar General. But we did this last year, and it was awesome. Like, we got 18 dogs adopted out that day, which was record numbers. So we're hoping to beat that this next Saturday. But we just got a whole bunch of new inventory in our store also. We're not open on Saturdays, so having this on a Saturday is nice too for people that haven't had the chance to get into our store. What we're gonna do is also have 10% off the entire store. So if you adopt a dog, you can get, your leash, your collar, your bed. We have food, everything that they need. So it's ready to take home, and you get it at a discounted rate. So that's gonna be nice for everybody. We're also going to do 15% off their first grooming. So if you adopt a dog and it needs a bath or just a really good cleanup and stuff, we'll do 15% off their first grooming as well to kind of help out there. We have done a couple groomings for the shelter, and it's been a lot of fun. It's kind of nice to see them come in a mess and then walk out all clean, They were at the fair, and we did one, and it got adopted out the next day, so that was super fun. She got her nails painted pink and everything, so she was looking good. We're also going to have the food truck out there. The Big Red's concession's going to come out. So if anybody wants to come grab lunch and just come check out what dogs we have, maybe they know somebody who needs a pet, then they can spread the word too. Word of mouth is a huge resource. So we're excited for it.
Yeah, that's kind of what we do here, word of mouth. So,
absolutely.
Let's see. So you mentioned the microchips. Because Sarah was talking about how that's the first thing that happens, the dogs get scanned. Who does the microchips? Do you guys do that, or do you?
So they will do that.
Paws and Claws will?
The nice thing is that we'll have a back room set up, so you don't have to see your dog get the microchip, because it's a shot, and puppies don't like shots sometimes.
People don't like shots.
I don't like them either. I'm like, I don't want to get that. Yeah. So we have a room in the back where they can get it there while they're doing their adoption, so they don't have to go out to the shelter at a later time. It'll already be done by the time they're walking out the door.
Okay, so that'll be going on for $15, and then I think, did you mention the raffle?
Oh, no, I didn't. So we're also going to be raffling a Scentsy basket that was donated. Who?
Kim Whitehead donated that from Expression Salon.
Yeah, so we're
Okay.
super appreciative of that. That's going to be a $150 value basket. So that'll be really nice. You can get in by purchasing an item, adopting a dog,
Donating to
or
Paws and Claws.
donating. Yes, there you go.
Okay, that sounds great. Martin, I was going to ask you what normally when someone wants to adopt a dog or a cat, what kind of walk us through what that process is.
So-
what do they need? What do we need to be prepared for if we decide today we're going to
Just
adopt a
walk in.
pet? Yeah.
So you'll go in. We can walk you through the dog room or the cat room, whatever pet you're looking for. If you fall in love with one, we'll bring you up to our lobby, have you fill out the adoption packet, make sure you read the adoption packet. Dogs and cats can get microchipped. We have you fill out the microchip forms, have you pay the adoption fee, and you can take the dog by that day as well. If you need it bathed, we can bathe it as well if you don't want, because dogs come in and we bathe them all. They're all clean, and we can get you set up that day. Adoption fees are $65. And then also, if you can bring your pet, and we can get a microchip too. It doesn't have to be a shelter dog to get microchip there.
Well,
for
and that's a
15.
nice thing too about Saturday is that the adoption rate is going to be discounted to only 25.
Right.
Also, so that'll help us get some of those out of y'all's hair. Make your
They need
workload a
nice
little
homes.
lighter.
Yeah.
And we do have some individuals in town who have sponsored some adoptions for the Adopt-a-thon.
Okay.
So there will be some pets there that their adoption fee has already been paid. So hopefully you come down to the Adopt-a-thon, you fall in love with one, and that could be your lucky day to get a best friend for free.
Might have a big wheel there and spin the wheel. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Free
Absolutely.
adoption.
Yes.
You know?
And we also are able to take credit cards at the animal shelter now for adoptions. Is that true?
Yes. we
In the
just
past,
started
it's
that.
just been money orders, and I know that's been a little bit of a pain, kind of, to have to go get a money order. But now we can take credit cards. On the day of the Adopt-a-thon, we'll do cash, we'll do checks, we'll do money orders, we'll trade for your kids. I mean, whatever it takes. Only if they're good workers and potty trained, though. So
We got to beat that 18 number.
Those are
Absolutely.
so
Shooting for higher
hard
this
to
time.
find. You know? Well, good. We got about 20 seconds left. Is there anything else that we need to cover today?
I think that's it. We just hope that everybody comes out and comes by and checks out the dogs. We're excited for it. It's going to be a good day, so there's nothing really else to do in Artesia on a Saturday, so come out.
Generally
And we would
correct.
really like to thank everybody that supports us there at Paws and Claws and supports our rescue efforts. Whether you're buying at the thrift store or you're bringing dog food by the shelter, we really appreciate everything.
Excellent. Saturday, September 24, 10 to 2 at the Abo Shopping Center on South 13th in Artesia. Thanks a lot for being here.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
All right, we're going to go to